Alright guys, yeah, just thought I'd make another video. Yeah, I recently went to see Don't Worry Darling, so I just thought I'd give my thoughts on the movie. Like I'll go into the movie in depth, so if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil the movie for you. Like, so if you get a chance, go out and see it, and then maybe come back here later. But yeah, there was a lot of sort of drama behind the scenes about the movie, so I was like, I gotta see this thing, you know, and I gotta check this out, like, see what it's all about. Like, I'm a massive fan of like Florence Pugh, and I thought the trailer was good, so I thought I'd check this out. Like, so I thought I'd just go into it here, like, but in general, it was a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, like I was telling my friend that I was blown away by the movie. I thought it was very good. Like, I think Florence Pugh gives a great performance here. She gives a great performance here. Like, I thought Harry Styles was great as well. I really love. It reminded me of loads of different sort of movies. Like, it reminded me of I don't know, like bizarrely, sort of tiny little bit reminded me. Well, obviously a tiny bit, like obviously The Matrix, The Truman Show, and maybe a tiny bit of like Clockwork Orange for some reason. It just came to mind. Like it also reminded me, because the 1950s style, it reminded me of a mission. That there's a certain mission in Fallout 3 where you sort of go into you're sort of transported to this 1950s style world. So it's sort of run by this sort of evil girl. Like, sort of reminded me of that as well. But like, I love the 1950s style aesthetic, and like where Harry Styles is like, all the men sort of work for this company called Victory, run by Frank, who's Chris Pine. I'm a fan of Chris Pine as well. Like, I think he's great, and he's good here as well. Like, they all work for Victory, and they're not really sure their wives or Florence Pugh are not really sure what exactly they do, like what their job is, you know. And they're in this sort of, you know, utopia little kind of state, as what there's a state. Like, it's really cool looking. Like, they're really nice houses. Really, I love the cars. Really cool, like retro cars. Like, and that's what kind of reminded me of the Truman Show. Like, good evening, morning, good night. You know, like, where it's sort of it's sort of creepy, or it's sort of there's a simmering sort of weirdness there, like. And then let me see here now. Yeah, so every morning all their husbands sort of go away, and it's all in like unison. It's all like they all drive out of their drivers at the same time, and then drive down the road, and it's like but while they're away, the women do get up to have fun, like, and stuff. They go shopping, and like they have like dinner parties, and like they go to ballet. There's like ballet, and like they're doing ballet, so it has that cool sort of I don't know, yes, a simmering kind of weirdness, like, or but yeah, and like the wives aren't supposed to like leave. It's a bit like the Truman Show, where he's not supposed to like go any further than like the general town and stuff. Like, I kind of like stuff like that. Like, I know it's sort of corny. Yeah, it's sort of corny, but like, I don't know. It works for me. Like, it like the movie is very well put together. Like, it's well shot, well put together. I think it's good. The music's good, obviously, as well. The music's really good in it as well. And so she's kind of cooking breakfast. There's lots of shots of her, she's making food and stuff, sort of idyllic sort of home life where she's sort of cleaning and sort of cooking and stuff like that, like, but with a simmering tension. I don't know, it worked for me. It worked for me. I don't know, like, well, that's the thing with movies, they hit people different ways. Like some people might say, oh, it's boring, really boring, like, but like, I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Like, so the community have this get together where Frank is sort of like this he's the leader. Like, I heard that, like, Olivia Wilde based him on, like, he's supposed to be the villain. They based him on Jordan Peterson, but like, I'm not sure how true that is. That could be just like get people talking about it, but because he's extremely popular. But it's interesting. Yeah, it reminded me of loads of different things. It reminds me of, like, loads of different movies. But, like, yeah, they have this get together where the community sort of get together, and Frank is sort of like telling them, we live an idyllic life here. You have it so good, and like, everyone's trying to impress him. Everybody's trying to impress him because he's like the boss of Victory, and they all want to be, in his good books and all that kind of stuff. But at this meeting, Margaret, played by Kiki Lane, says, "Oh, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here." And she sort of dashes off, and her husband kind of leads her away, like, "Oh no, shut up," It's that kind of thing, like, and like, supposedly you're not supposed to go out into the desert, and she goes out into the desert, and she has this plane thing, and like, I guess it's my imagination. I expect to see, like, I tend to kind of scare myself. I tend to imagine something worse than what's actually being presented. In my imagination, I was like, oh no, because but yeah, she dashes off. So this is where the Florence Pugh's character Alice Chambers, she starts having doubts about what's actually going on, and what Victory are actually up to and stuff like that, and she's kind of disturbed by this woman, Margaret, who's like saying, "Oh, that we shouldn't be here," and then, there's a shot of, like, where Alice and Jack, played by Harry Styles. I thought Harry Styles is good in this as well. Like, this is bizarre shot where they're sort of having sex, right, and then, like, Frank, Chris Pine, is sort of it's how to describe, like, Florence Pugh sort of, this is after the get together, like, she's sort of looking over, and Frank sort of quietly sort of goes into her house, and he's sort of looking at her. It's just bizarre. Again, this sort of, how to describe it, like, sort of creepy, like, creepy kind of, so she kind of knows he's up to no good, or he sort of, maybe Frank has a sort of interest in her because she's sort of, because she's sort of challenging her, or sort of thinking out the box thing. It's really weird, really weird. I don't know. I just I dug it, like, but yeah, no. The thing is that, like, after that, Margaret. So Florence Pugh sees Margaret standing on top of one of the houses, her own house, and she sort of looks over. Turns and looks over at Florence, and Florence is sort of looking up at her, and she slits her neck, and then falls down. And now Florence Pugh is, like, really troubled about this. Like, this is like really shocking for her. Like, as it is, like, and then, like, so now she's sort of haunted by this. She's like, oh, she killed herself. She killed herself up there, and everyone is saying, oh no, she didn't. She didn't. She just fell. She just fell. You know, and then she sees these blokes wearing sort of like red sort of boiler jackets or whatever. Or what would you call that? Like, oh, I don't even know what to call it. Like red suits or whatever, red sort of like engineer sort of clothes, and they all come out and they sort of take her away, you know. So it's this sort of unsettling like thing, like, and then they have a party. The party's really cool. They have this party and it's like in this 1950s style like club. This is really cool. I thought this was really cool. Really nice deco, like really cool. Like, they're all celebrating, and like there's a woman on stage. I recognise her. She's really well known. I forget her name though. I'm not sure her name. I think she's a fashion designer or model. Like she's really well known. That was really cool. Like she was like, and there's like this gigantic glass of like wine glass. Oh, what do you call it? Like she's sort of in the wine glass, you know. And like I thought it was deadly. And like so Frank's there, and he's like the ultimate showman, you know. He's like saying that this is a great celebration, and he brings Frank up on stage and wants to honour him with a new position, a higher position of like director of Victory or whatever. And Florence is like not happy about this. She's really disturbed since Margaret's death, like really disturbed. She knows something's going on here, something bad's going on. And like her friend Olivia Wilde, Bunny, yeah, Olivia Wilde playing Bunny, is trying to console her and say, no, this is fantastic, but Florence is in tears going, no, this is all wrong, this is like, you know, and like it's just like, you know. So Harry Styles is called up on stage, and Frank gives him a ring and says, oh, you've done well, you're now director or whatever. I think he's dancing, he's like, dance, but like it's just this really uncanny, unsettling kind of thing. Well, I thought it was cool. And then after that, they have this sort of dinner party at Alice and Jack's house, and Frank sort of arrives, and Frank says, you know, everyone's trying to impress him, and like they have dinner, and then like Florence starts saying, oh, he's lying to us, and he's like, he has us like trapped here and blah blah blah, and Chris Frank is like, oh, you're mad, you're crazy, you're you know, you're out of your mind or whatever. Like, oh, but this is a really cool moment of like where Florence is she's doing ballet, and they're all in sort of rhythm. She's doing ballet, but she suddenly stops, and like there's this giant mirror, and she starts walking towards the giant mirror at the back, and she sees Margaret walking forward. Like, stuff with mirrors always freaks me out and stuff like that, but Margaret sort of this is what reminded me of Last Night in Soho. I don't know if you saw that movie, but the girl the girl is looking at the mirror and sees another version of herself, and she sort of smashes through the glass. Yeah, so Margaret's there, and she sort of starts banging this glass with her head, like, and then she just smashes it, and like her face. I don't know. I just, man, that blew me. that blew me away. Like, and then she sort of screams, like, and then she looks over, and sure enough, there's nothing there. Like, so it's just, you know, she's obviously disturbed, you know, and then everyone leaves this party. Everyone gets upset and leaves the party, and like Frank is saying, or no, Jack is sort of saying, oh, this is really good for me. How are you ruining this for me? Like this is great for us. We're doing so well here. I've just got a promotion. This is fantastic. But you're like trying to bring me down. You're trying to ruin this for me, and like but Florence, Alice is sort of saying, we should leave, we need to get out of here, this isn't right, this isn't right. And Jack kind of says, okay, yeah, let's do it. So they sort of pack up and they're trying to leave, and then no, but before that, yeah, before that, yeah, you're not supposed to go out to the desert. And then so Florence is like, there must be something in the desert. So she's on this bus, and she sees a plane going by, and she goes, oh, there's a crash over there, I need to get over there. And so the bus driver's like, no, I don't do that, you know, I only do this loop, I can't, oh no, we can't go down there. But of course Florence says, or Al says, like, no, stop, this is ridiculous. So she gets off the bus and she starts walking off in the desert. And there's this like weird building, this cool looking building, actually, this dome kind of thing. It looks like something like NASA or something like. And she's getting to this, and she sort of puts her hands on this window thing, the glass thing. And there's this cool effect of like an eye, a giant eye, and like what looks like blood kind of moving into it's sort of like a white screen. It's a cool effect, like, and she kind of knocks her out, like, but then she wakes up. She's at home again, and Frank is saying, "Oh, we woke up," or whatever, or, yeah, just really cool moments. And there's a moment where, like, you know, Alice is at home doing cleaning, and she's cleaning this what do you call that? Like, it's like a window, like she's cleaning the window. The window starts squeezing her in. It's just bizarre, like, kind of thing, like, but this uncanny kind of thing. Oh man, I just love it. Again, the WandaVision thing, like the 1950s deco style of like the TV, and it's like Big Brother is watching you and all this kind of stuff. And, I thought it was really cool, like, and then so she's trying to tell Frank, so they decide, okay, we're gonna leave, but Frank has decided he doesn't actually want to leave, and he's told people, or whatever, he's told to Frank. So these guys, the guys in the red jackets, whatever, they all come to get Alice, to get Florence, you know, and she's like no. And Frank, Harry Styles, is sort of in the car, and he's like, fuck, you know. But what's great is after that, so Florence is sort of taken away, and she's like strapped down, like these doctors and stuff, and they put on headphones. This is what kind of reminded me of. I'll go into it. This is what reminded me of. It turns out that, like, in real life she was a nurse, and in real life Harry Styles was like a programmer or something, or a software developer or something. He had a computer, and he obviously signed up to some program where they, like, you know, they sort of put these things in your eyes and you sort of lie back, and he drugs his wife Alice, because they sort of offer him a new life. Oh, you get this new life in this full virtual world, which I guess is Victory or whatever, and the 1950s style, and they're lying in bed and have their eyes up. That's what reminded me of A Clockwork Orange, you know, where they're watching this TV, and he's like so, like, but Florence is really upset about this. She realised that it's not a real life, it's not real, and like she kills him with like a glass, like, they have this fight, like, and then she's trying to leave, and everybody comes out of the house, and they're like, you need to get out of here, you need to go, you know, oh my god, like, they're after you, they're like, and there's kind of these explosions where I guess adds to the tension, like, but I love this sequence, like, where she's in the car, and all the guys in the red jackets are kind of sort of coming after her, and, like, you know, she gets in this really cool 1950s car, and she's like driving out into the desert on lit cars. I thought that was cool. I love stuff like that, like, and you know, so she makes her way to the dome thing in the desert or whatever, and she's driving up, and the car breaks down, whatever, and then she's like driving. I'm really summing it up here, but and then all these guys are chasing after her up this hill, whatever. But I don't know, like, and then at the end she puts her hand on the glass, and then it just goes black, And it just says, "Don't worry, Darren. Don't worry, Darren." You know, I thought it was really cool. I love the title, "Don't Worry, Darren." I think it's great. It's great. It's a great title. I think it's a great title for a fair. These are just my general thoughts on it. I generally thought it was. I generally really enjoyed it. I generally really enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of these actors, and I thought it was cool. I thought that was really good. But yeah, these are just my quick thoughts. Like, what did you think about the film? Did you get to see the film? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks very much for watching. And I'll catch you in another video. See you then. Bye.